Relationship Ish, where we talk about the cornerstone of every relationship: connections. 9 p.m.
We're live.
Marriage, sex,
And we're having a great time already.
yourself, your family, divorce, your ex, your co-workers, your friends, your situation, your lover, your mother, you name it, connections. And we always have a great time.
Of course you had to mess
With your
it up, right?
hosts, V and Cash.
Hello, everybody. It's Thursday night, and you know what time it is. It's time for Relationship Ish, where we talk about the cornerstone of every relationship: connection. And we're your host. I'm Cash.
And I'm V, and this
And this
is
is
Relationship Ish.
hello, everyone. Hello, how are you doing? You have to give us grace. We are sick as sick can be. You hear my voice? I don't know. Does my voice sound sexy like this? Oh,
Yes, it
yeah.
sounds very sexy.
And
Yeah, we're
our,
both the producer's sick. So let me just tell you who's producing the show. Cash is producing the show. I'm like, okay. She's going for it. I'm like, oh my God. So like,
I have
kudos to
no
Cash.
idea what I'm doing.
Hey, kudos to Cash. She's producing the show. Like we're like last week we didn't come on because it was an emergency. Our producer was sick and we couldn't do it. And he's still not feeling well. He's still ill, and we are not feeling well. But then Cash she's a trooper. She's like, I was sleeping, and I was like, okay, I'm out. She's like, well, okay. I'm like, okay, no, let's go. So we rallied up, and Cash did everything, and she put it all together. So
I'm
I'm
trying something.
I'm just here, but she did everything. So
So if something just zizzes out, we're gonna go with it. We're gonna go with it. So, do you prefer rainy days or snowy days?
I prefer snowy days than rainy days. I like
Really?
snowy days, like you see the snow coming down. It's clean, it's white, it's cold. It reminds me of being cozy. Wet. The rain reminds me of being damp. And hey, Nikki, reminds me of being damp. Hey, Iris, it reminds me of being damp. And I do not like rainy days. I don't care rainy days, summer, winter. I don't want the rain. I'd rather have snow. I mean, not that I want the snow. I live in New York, and it's a shovel time and whatever. But I think I'd rather the snow. How about you?
Hands down, I wanted to live in Montana at one point
Oh
because
yeah.
I went there and visited.
She
But
told us she
then,
was moving there. She's like, I'm moving to Montana, everybody. Bye. I'm like, okay, what? What?
I sure enough did. I'm gonna just let you know. But yeah, and then but yeah, like at the end of the day, oh, that's so cool. Did you see that? That's so nice.
Yes.
Okay.
I love it. How'd you do that? Okay.
I'm a producer.
Yes, Miss
That's what I
Producer.
do.
In the house. I'm scared. I'm scared now.
I don't know what I'm doing. Anyway, yeah, I want the snow because I like it cold. I want to be cozy, but I don't like the rain because then you're wet, your
Yeah,
jeans are
yeah.
wet, you're like slop, slop, slop. I love the snow, and the snow is so pretty, and I feel it's romantic. Rain is not romantic
Yeah.
unless it's singing in the
Singing in
rain.
the rain
Singing
with
in
the
the rain
chickens
was
and the
romantic.
milk. That's not
Mhm.
even actually rain. They used milk. Because when they tried to use water, it did not show. Now, I know something. Well, when they were producing it, they tried to use water and it wasn't showing up well on camera, so they used milk. So you were actually seeing watered down milk so that you could see the drops properly. Yeah, so they sang in watered down milk.
Singing in the milk. I don't know about that. That's kind of R. Kelly like. All
Yeah,
right.
yeah. So we're singing uh, so
Singing in the milk.
yeah,
Ew,
yeah.
uh,
Yeah. Well, it was watered
imagine.
down. But it was definitely milk. Yeah. Leche shower. Yes.
I don't know about that now. That kind of ruins the romance for me, you
Well,
know? Like,
you started singing in the rain. I just did a little trivia so that you could, but yes.
well, thank you because I had no idea. Okay. That's
Yeah.
interesting. But they do that like and when they're doing I was watching something like How's That Made or something. In the cereal, the milk doesn't show up. So what do? They use Elmer's glue to make it
Yeah,
look white.
make it look white. Yeah, there's all these kinds of trick. Well, that's what happens with the rain. It doesn't show up the same. It's raining, and you could see some real footage of rain, and it's raining, and sometimes you're like, "Is it raining?" Because it's really raining on the person, but you don't see it because it doesn't show up the same. So, in fact, Cash and I did a video in the rain, and it does. You don't. It was actually drizzling, but real drops, and you don't see it. We have our raincoats on, and we do that dance. You don't see that it was raining on us. It just looks like we're dancing in the dampness. We were dancing.
Next time we need to use milk. That'd be kind of wild. Using some milk, that'll be wild. That's gonna take it to the next level.
Yeah, I
All
don't think
right.
it's there yet. And plus, Iris says it's going to be smelly, so I agree with her. So never mind.
Well, that is kind of a look. So, do you know what today's National Day is?
No, but I'm sure you're going to tell me.
Today's National Day is National Croissant Day.
Oh my God,
All
I
right.
love croissants.
But did you know that croissants were not originally made in France?
No, I
It
really
was
only.
made in Austria.
What?
And this Austrian guy, August Zang, came over from Austria and formed a bakery in France. And that's how we have National Croissants. I was like,
Wow.
Austrian. I'm like, why didn't it have a different name like croissant? Like it's like croissant. Yeah. I was like, I love this trivia bar. I love it. National Croissant Day, started by an Austrian in France.
Isn't that the like same way with like? Isn't pasta really from China or something?
Mm.
Yeah, like but everybody thinks of it as Italian, like the pasta, but it's not where it originated from. I'm just, it's just like we gravitate towards who made it more popular, and then we decide it came from.
Hey, hey, Karina. And
Hey,
yes, Austria. Oh, you Belgium. Well, when I went to Belgium, you got to dip your fries in mayonnaise.
I'm not dipping anything in mayonnaise, but that's okay.
I
I
bet you do dip something in mayonnaise.
bet I do.
Okay, back on
All
scene.
tomatoes are from South Africa. Okay.
South America.
South America. I'm sorry. This always happens. Like she doesn't believe I'm dyslexic, and then I see what I want to see, and she's like, "That's not dyslexia, but it is a form of dyslexia." But that's what happens all the time. I'm always doing that.
Girl.
But she doesn't believe me, and it's really a form of dyslexia. And yeah, I'm self-diagnosed, but I know because I always say whatever I think it is, and it's not true. And I
It's
looked it up.
okay.
So
It's okay. We love you all
she's
the
always saying
time.
that. She's like, "That's not that. It's this." I'm like, "Oh yeah, you're right." Like sorry.
It's okay. So tell us, Misty, what is the birthstone of the month?
Okay, so now we added this. It's a new year, and we added this to our format. The birthstone of the month. I don't know. We could put it up here. It's a garnet. It's a deep like purple, no, a deep like ruby red, but it's not ruby because ruby is like a brighter, and this is more deep, and it's like a burgundy red, and this is garnet. That's the birthstone of the month. So if your a significant other's birthday is in January, this is the birthstone of the month. You might want to get it. Well, it's already tomorrow's the 31st. So if you didn't get it next year or Christmas, this is their birthstone. It's a garnet. So you might want to.
What I'm thinking, however, since my son is born in January and you're his godmother,
Yeah.
maybe you should gift the mom the garnet. No, no, no.
I'll make sure he has some garnet stuff that like maybe not a little boy, but a little man will wear. Yes, I'll make
Little
sure he gets
man.
his garnet. Don't worry. He will be garnet. He will have garnet.
All right, so that is the stone of the month. Woo!
Yeah.
So let's go. What has me on pause this week? These companies dropping DEI is crazy. For me, I'm like, what just happened? It's like it has me on pause
Yes.
because let me read some of the companies that took out their DEI positions. McDonald's, Google, Facebook, Target, Amazon, Netflix, gone. And Tractor Supply. Are we surprised by Tractor Supply though?
But I'm surprised they even had it. like low key, I don't think they were ever using it. I'm sorry.
Okay, did she say low key? Did she just say low key? Said low key.
I'm just saying.
Ma'am just said low key.
Am I? Does anybody think I'm off? Because I'm not trying to. I'm just saying.
Oh my God. She's hanging out with her son too much. She said low key. I didn't think they even had it. Okay, low key. But I was just like, it's a year to save money. And this is what Iris said. It's a year to save money. Like, it has me. Oh, Nicole said everything has me on pause this week. But
I agree.
oh my God. Oh, a garnet symbolizes love, protection, and friendship. That's kind of
Yes.
cool. But this right here, right now, I am like, I could not believe these companies. Because McDonald's, people, make it make sense. McDonald's, make it make sense. Where do you get a lot of your employees?
Well, a lot. Who delivers your stuff from Amazon? You know what I'm trying to say? Like, come on, all of them are like. The thing is, this is what goes to show you, it, because people feel like we don't need to police ourselves. You know what I'm saying? So, but we do need to police ourselves. If we weren't mandated, we would have put a seatbelt on, be like, oh, wrinkle my dress. Oh, I'm just going around the corner. We put it on because we don't want a ticket. So some things we need to be forced to do for our own good, and for people to act like we don't need it because they're just going to hire whoever by merit. Why are you dropping it then? Why are you dropping it? Just leave it. Leave it alone. But you're dropping it because you couldn't wait to drop it, because you were doing it because you were mandated to hire me. You didn't want to hire me, even though I was the right person for the job. So now we're going to see how many right people for the jobs we have and how many peoples of color are going to be in those jobs, because they're just dropping everything. They couldn't wait. I mean, really? You couldn't give it a second? You couldn't take a breath?
I was so like, wow. Target. I like Nicole said, like Target. I'm like,
Yeah, and I don't even know what to do, because I'm not even plugging Facebook at this point, because like they're killing me right now with this. But I'm a Facebook queen, and I do a lot of social media on Facebook, and it's part of my income. So I'm like, I feel so torn. I'm like, I want to go like, oh, I don't care, but I do care because I need that. So I'm like, what are they doing? It's like so crazy to me. I'm like, so you get torn. Like, you're like, okay, so you use Amazon because it makes it quicker for you. You don't have to run to the store because it comes to your house. But now what are you gonna do? Like, it's just crazy. Like, these things, like you wanna boycott, but then to your own detriment. So you don't, I don't know. What we should do. There must be something to do. Maybe we should do those days, when you'd say, okay, this is boycott such and such day. This is boycott such and such day, because so that we can show our strength. Because I would
and
do it.
that's what I looked it up because I remember growing up for Black Solidarity Day,
Mm-hmm.
but I did not know when Black Solidarity Day is. Black Solidarity Day is on the Monday before election day.
So we didn't
That was
both know
Black
that.
Solidarity
We'll
Day.
push it next year because we didn't know.
And so I'm like, there were so many things that we could push an agenda, but I don't see these things. And it's like peaceful. We're not doing anything. We're just not going out. And for that day, we're not going to spend any money in these places. And I think we need to get on the horn and make sure that this year coming, that we stand up and do something and say
Yeah.
something, because I was just really, and Toyota,
Yeah.
and I have one, and I'm just like, oh no, oh no. But
It's
that's my wife's car because I have a Honda.
mhm.
But yeah, but let's clap it up for those who are keeping it in their plans. So the DEI that's staying intact: Apple,
Yeah, baby.
Costco, Aldi, Ben and Jerry, Ulta. So forget that other S one. All right. Ulta, Walgreens, Dollar Tree. That's someone's favorite, Dollar Tree.
Yeah.
Um, United, Delta, CVS, American Airlines, Old Navy, and Southwest. So that in college we used to go to church and fellowship for
SD.
okay,
Okay.
Black Solidarity Day.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, so whoop,
Yeah,
whoop.
we'll be hitting the Dollar Tree and saying thank you, Dollar Tree. So that's the same way we have the days where we're going to try to say we're not using these. We need to have a day where we say we use as many of these products on this day, as these stores on this day as possible. So if we can have it the other way where we're not going to use it, we should have a day where on this day, these people are supporting us. Let's try to do as much as we can for them on this day. Like, right?
That's interesting. That would be good. That would be good.
Because so they don't get so here's what we can do for and to honor you for help staying with us and not letting us down, because some of these places are just letting us down. I'm like,
Yeah,
really?
I'm
But
gonna
you know
say
what, you know where you stand. You might spend your money there, but you know where you stand. So it's good to know where you stand with these people.
yes, but that's all I'm gonna say is yes, but I think I can neither confirm nor deny, but I'm gonna say these are pretty giant companies. I mean, giant. Like when you remember, I guess in the olden days they were like, "Oh, can you Xerox this?" They didn't say copy. They were like, "Can you Xerox this?"
Right,
And
because we
nowadays we go, "Oh, why don't you just Google it?" Everything
Mhm.
is, "Why don't you just Google that?"
Right.
Even though it's a company, it's a conglomerate. It is
Because
almost a
we're going to use,
monopoly.
yeah.
And we said, "Can you Google it?"
Mhm.
So that that is something that is for me, like Amazon is also another conglomerate that is just like so huge and touches so many places. For me, that's crazy. Like who is delivering these deliveries?
Yeah. And sometimes at 4 o'clock in the morning at my house, somebody's car coming from Amazon delivering a package, and I don't think it's a person that doesn't have color in their skin. Just saying. Uh, So
Oh,
yes, so we can go ahead and let us
so
go.
I am just they
Because it's
also want to bust the unions. I bet they do because all of these are and oh, I'm so sorry. The other
she's getting
company,
hot. I like it when she gets hot. She's like, "Wait."
the other company that I cannot, and I am so really disappointed, and it's not even allegedly. I am so disappointed in Disney. And Disney took away their DEI and DEI, diversity, equity, and inclusion. Disney, um, Disney.
Right. Mhm.
Disney, um, people you got in Disney, like, make it make sense. Sachet Shantae, away. Make it make sense. Because that really ticked me off. Disney. And I know Disney in the past has done some things. And if our friend was here, I'd be like,
Because well, Disney, yeah, because well, Disney's just don't listen. A lot of these companies, because they are always doing these things behind the scenes, but now they're just out in the open with it because they feel like they have backup from the big man. Uh, so so they're just like showing. They're like, oh, they can be brave now. They don't have to do it in secrecy.
I'm so disappointed. That hurt my heart because I am always for the little twinkle twinkle. And that just
No,
that made me upset.
and yeah, because uh, Disney, like it's a small world. They have all the different countries. Everybody's included. They try to put new countries in if they missed something, but tell us how you really feel.
Yes.
Pretenses, you know.
I know they say that he was our little racist.
Yeah,
I
he
mean,
was.
if you think about all the blackface scenes, you're like,
Yeah,
"Or?"
but he was. But I think the optimal word is was. Like, well, are we not moving forward in 2025? We're still going. We're taking steps backward. That's what we're
Are we
doing.
moving? I won't say it because we might make America great again.
Yep.
Okay, so that was my rant. That has me on pause. The next thing that has me on a little pause, and I feel really bad, is this American Airlines hits got hit by a Black Hawk helicopter, a military helicopter in Washington, D.C. And they're looking for survivors in the water. And I'm just like, that is really sad. I feel bad that
Hmm.
that is happening out there. So, and allegedly it's going back and forth that is because there was only one guy and he had to operate the helicopters, like look out for be the I forget what you call them. What do you call the people in the little thing? The watchtower, but not the watchtower. He was doing the helicopters and the planes because of cuts. But watchtower, thank you. He because of budget cuts. They just cut like 3,000 people, watchtower people and all these other people because they didn't need air traffic controllers. Thank you, Nikki. The air traffic controllers, they cut all these jobs, like 3,000 jobs because of our new administration. We didn't need it. And allegedly, this is allegedly, he was one person operating both helicopters and planes. Oh, Nicole said there are no survivors.
Oh,
So they're like trying to blame it on human error, but I mean, a silent, shout out to the family just finding this out in Washington, D.C. This is crazy. 10 hours, 6 days a week, and it's a high stress job. Like
yeah,
they see about them and the noise level and their heart and the stress.
that's one of the most
And
stressful jobs you can have. Period. Like in the world, air
and
traffic
I
control.
feel so bad. Like one person and what is your day? Like how do you feel? Like that survivor's guilt. I was in charge of all of these people and I didn't have enough support.
And they're not going to say that's the reason. Because they're going to say, well, Mary Beth did it yesterday. Well, she was by herself and no planes crashed. Like that's how they do it. They don't say, well, now we need more people. They blame it on the person who couldn't do a job of 6 people and they say, well, you didn't do it, and that's why these people died. But they don't say, so
Yeah. So
but we know the truth, and that's so sad. But it makes you scared to get on a plane now, right? Like, because this
but
was
it makes me even more sad. It makes me more sad or more afraid to think about if this is in our own home space, right? And you couldn't watch everything going on. How do we prevent another, you know what, from happening? The 11, it ends in 11.
yeah,
I
yeah,
don't want
yeah,
to say,
yeah, 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 yes.
but because this is a lot of unalive people from just one incident.
Hmm.
How his support left 10 minutes before the accident. Jesus Christ. That is that and how do you all of that on top of your shoulders? That is that
It's
job right there is not meant for me.
it's not meant for a lot of people, and kudos to those who have that job, but obviously they need support. They need support, you know.
Mhm.
Yeah, it is pitiful.
So I don't even know. It's a lot of things going on, and I mean, I want to. Does anybody else want to hit reset like this 2025? This year, of the snake
Yeah,
people.
yeah, but some
It's
people are
the
not
year
feeling.
of the snake.
Yeah, but we are feeling it, but there are people who are not feeling it, who think that this is the great. They, you know what I mean? Because they,
You
a
want
lot.
me to go on another rant, don't you? You
No,
want me to go on another rant?
do you know, like a lot of the like Hispanic countries, Cuba, um, Mexico, like they're all of them, as many as possible. They're all having a summit. It's by the end of this month, so it's today or tomorrow. They are meeting because they are scared of our leader. They are like he's trying to erase them, and they are not having it. So they are having their own summit today and tomorrow. So I'm like, okay, so I'm dying to know what comes from that, because they
Head to the but I wish, but this is the problem. We're gonna have one of our friends. We're gonna have them translate. Like, what did they really say? Okay, what was really the message?
well, luckily we have some Hispanics in our lot, so they can
Yeah,
tell us.
because when they after they translate it, be like, they love us. They love all of us. Love them. We love them. They all love us. They
You know
got
what?
together. They got together. They loved us. They said that we were good. We like them. They like us. In the Gulf of America, it was great. I love them. It's good. We got terrorists. It's okay. But we love them because
But
they're great. They're very, 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 very bad people, but
okay,
we very, very, very much like the very good people. Okay.
like so. Well, Mexico's right. You deport our people, we'll deport yours. I'm like, yeah, get the Americans out of Mexico. Like it. I mean, what's good for the goose is good for the gander. I think they're right. Like, and I feel like they are treating Mexicans, they are wronging them, and I don't need to be. I think some people don't have empathy, and they feel like it's not me, so what do I care? But I care about the human race. I don't really care that I am, if somebody's suffering from and they are not part of my culture, that doesn't mean I don't feel it, and doesn't mean I don't stand up for them. And so I think what's going on for the Mexican people in this country is wrong, and I'm saying it, and I'm not Mexican, but it's wrong. So
Or I think it was
I don't know what
Venezuelan and Mexicans,
it's
but I think they scooped up like 400 people and then shipped them all to Guatemala. They're not Guatemalan, but they were like, you know what? Like,
it's just been crazy. And then like what Kasha told me, because I saw this thing, and they were saying that they were all mostly criminals, and part of the what are they using those countries like Mexico and Guatemala, Cuba, those countries, they are not lax on their criminals like we are. They don't have color TVs and doctors coming to look taking care of them and medication coming to them. They don't have that. Those jails are serious jails. So you're trying to tell me they picked them up out of the jails and brought them into this country? Because that's not what happened.
And I
So
said that to you, and you're like,
no,
no,
listen,
Tiffany,
I
listen,
don't know.
listen. I'm like,
I didn't say no, Cash. I did not say no. That's why I said Cash told me. I did not say no. Maybe you told
no,
her something.
at first you said it. You were like, but Tiffany, if they're criminals, they need to go.
Yeah,
And
you know,
then
I
you
could
thought
say
about
no,
it.
no, no, no. Because if I did say that, because I didn't know what they were calling criminals. They're calling criminals if you're illegally here, then you've committed a crime by being here illegally. So if you're Russian, if you're from Japan, if you're from England, if you're illegally here, they need to go and pick you up. But they're not picking up those people. Oh, how come they're not? How come they don't have to go? Why are we just scooping up the black and brown people? Why? You're trying to tell me there's no Caucasian people that are in this country illegally? Is that what you're telling me?
And I said this before. And then they were like, people, I was talking to people, I was like, do you think they're really just going to target the criminals? And then they said, oh, what we consider criminals? Anybody who comes here illegally.
So they're
So
all criminals.
all those people who voted talking about, we're fine. He wants the bad people out, the muy mouths. I'm like, Latinos,
Mhm.
Latinos. It's not the muy mouths because I really want to know, how did the criminals get out of their jail and come across the border?
Yeah, because well, they make it sound like they actually let them out. Like they said, okay, we're going to let you go. We're going to put you on a plane, not come across, put you on a plane and let you go, or we're going to take you to the edge of the border and then go that way. And good luck to you. That's what they make it sound like. They released the criminals into the United States. So I'm like, really?
Okay. I never believed it because I'm like, how are you going to tell? How do you know what crime he committed in his country or her country?
Right. And how are you? Oh, so
I don't
people.
know any murderer that's going to, any country that would go, you murdered someone. You know what? You're free on bail. Go ahead.
Yep.
Go to America. Said nobody because they want retribution. Every country, every person, if someone got killed, got murdered, got stabbed, got some unalived, sorry, for educational purposes only. Oh my God. If you got any of these things for education, this is for educational purposes. I don't know any person that does not, or country that does not want retribution in their own country, and they're going to let you go. Talk about, go on to America, go on. Nobody. So
Right.
I'm like, this is a falsehood. And a lot of like people that I know were like, but it's only for the criminals, not for me. I'm here and I'm working hard worker.
It's for this. We're looking at the color here, baby.
He
We
wants to
don't need.
eliminate the 14th Amendment. Yep. And he wants to run another term. He's talking about since he didn't have
Okay,
consecutive
I
terms,
told you I was going to have. Remember, I told you. I said it. I was
since
like,
he
he's
didn't
gonna
have
run away.
consecutive terms, he says that he can run again.
Yep, and they'll vote him in again. So we just have to. But by then, the country's not going to be the same. Like it's already not going to be the same. Uh, I just feel like we're just like the people of color are in trouble, and I feel like it's sad because we don't know what to do. We're doing everything that we know,
No,
but we don't know
no,
what to
we're
do.
not. No, we're not. And
Okay, well, what do you want
this
us
is
to
my
do?
problem.
Tell
This
us
is
what.
my problem.
Tell me.
If the people of color got together and did not say, well, such and such is on the bottom anyway. No, they're on the bottom, not me. I'm not on the bottom. When he was talking about Puerto Ricans and it was a garbage island, if all the Latinos stood together and was like, they are talking about us, but it's always me instead of us. If we got together as a united front, there's
Hmm.
no way that you can stop this. I don't want to say the R word, but that's what I'm saying.
Yes.
There would be no way to stop it if you stood hard and strong together. But
Hmm.
everybody wants to not be the bottom. So
Hmm.
since everybody doesn't want to be the bottom, we're like, well, that's really them, not us. He's not talking about us.
You're going to be the bottom next when he eliminates those people. Who do you think he's coming after next? Like,
You're the bottom babe.
we are on the bottom, people.
You're all the bottom babes.
Yes, it's either on the top or you're on the bottom. And I got news for you. You're on the bottom. I'm on the bottom. So,
Oh, that's what he said.
and so I don't know how we can unite. But we just
I
need.
don't know, but there needs to be a serious talk because, oh,
Yeah.
let's take a moment of silence for the people.
Yes. No.
Okay. That was
But
our mother. Because we don't have a commercial today.
I
You
do
know
want
what?
to thank the Evening Rush Network that usually produces us, and I don't want to forget them today just because they're not here. So please like and follow Evening Rush Network. Please
Evening
like and
rush,
follow
evening
Relation
rush.
Ish. We would appreciate you. We can use all the likes and follows that we can get. Share our
Put a thumbs up. Tap that screen. Put the thumbs up and share
number
this
one out if
podcast.
you like our
Share this podcast. Put a number one in the comments if you love this podcast. She always laughing at me.
number, and then nobody puts a number and then she gets sad.
Put a thumbs up and share. Share to one person that's in your YouTube. Just share. People who are watching,
They'll like
please
it. They won't hurt. They
put
won't get mad at you because you
a
shared it.
thumbs up. Don't forget to put a thumbs up. I
Okay,
love the fact
you
that you're
encourage
watching.
everyone.
I
Yay.
love the fact that you're watching.
Okay, thank you.
All right. I love the fact that you're watching, but don't forget to put that thumbs up. All right.
So what's
We
our
love
word?
you. What's our word of the day? The word of the week.
The
So
word
the
of
word of the week. I have no
fugate.
idea. I don't know what that
Fugacious.
is. What?
Fugacious. That is a short time. Like the person who's in charge. It would be nice if he had a fugacious term. Short term. A short something that doesn't last very long. Ice cream is definitely, if you don't eat it, it will be gone. It's fugacious.
But
So
I'm not fugacious.
no, we are here for not a long time,
I'm
not a
not.
short time. We're not.
This word could be a little.
I think some people's love making. They need to tell their partner. We can't. Some of this is becoming fugacious. Just
Yeah,
saying.
but I'm saying that I don't know if I like this word because if you mess it up,
I know.
you might be in a little trouble because you'd be like, you know what, and they'd be like, come on, what? Oh hell, oh, but guess what? You can't go to DEI anymore, so I guess.
You can do whatever you want now, girl. You free. You free. Like I don't even understand what's going on. Like yeah, how are we going
Oh
to?
my goodness,
Hopefully, fugacious.
I don't know if I like that word. And if I'm sure if Dawn was here, there'd be a problem with this word because he'd be like, nah, you ain't fugacious in me.
but
I'm just saying, you
yeah,
know,
but okay.
it's making me feel okay. All right, guys. So say it again. Say it one more time so we get it in our head.
Fugacious.
And what does it mean?
It means a short, a short length, a short term. It's not going to last that long. It's going to be this meeting's going to be fugacious. We don't have to worry. You don't have to take your coats off. How's that?
Well, I hope the guy doesn't be like, this meeting ain't gonna be long. Don't take your coats off and be fugacious. And be like, oh no, I'm keeping my coat. Okay. Fugacious.
Fugacious. So
I'd like to thank all of our people out there to just chiming in. We love you all. As
appreciate
she
your
said,
support.
share, follow. We're on YouTube. We're on Facebook. We're on TikTok. We're on TikTok is back. Did you know TikTok is back? But did
Yeah,
you know if you deleted it, you can't get it back if you have an iPhone?
yeah. Did you know that if you have an iPhone and you delete your TikTok, you can't get it back. You can't just say, you know what, let me get TikTok back. You can't get it back on your iPhone. So please don't delete TikTok on your iPhone. Just might as well keep it. Don't delete it. But some people have deleted it because they thought it was over and now they can't get it back. And I don't know
Mm.
what it says on the thing. Somebody said Apple is working on it, but I don't know because you have to delete it to see what the message says when you try to go on. So yeah, really, any iPhones. We don't know if it's the same with the Samsung. So we don't know anybody who's deleted it who have Samsung. But if you have an iPhone, we know several people who deleted the app and tried to get it back. And Apple, there's some kind of a problem with Apple and TikTok, and I don't know if they're trying to work it out or not. That's what I don't know. I'm like, are they trying to work it out or? But right now, if you've deleted
So
the app,
let's get into our show for
yeah,
tonight because we're running out of time.
yeah,
We're
roll.
running out of time. Running out of time. ICE. Know your rights. What is ICE? Like people are like, what is ICE? What is ICE?
Good. Tell us what
Oh,
it is.
okay. Immigration. I thought you Immigration and Customs Enforcement. So ICE is Immigration and Customs Enforcement. Anything out when it's coming in, ICE are the people who go and regulate it. It is a federal department in the United States. So it's a federal law enforcement agency, just like DEA, FBI, CI. It is, agency that the immigrants who are coming in, or if you're shipping things in, they are the ones who look for it and go about uh, confiscating it or whatever. Things to know. They can show up at your home. They can show up at school. They can show up at work. They can see you in the street. They can go see you at a public place. And usually they are not wearing a uniform.
Mhm. They have badges usually.
They are not wearing a uniform. So federal ICE agents, when you see them, they can call your name and be like, "Oh, Cash." And I turn around and be like, "Oh, you're Cash." Be like, "Yes." Then they have been acknowledged and you have confirmed your name. So people out there, we need to know your rights. At the end of the day, know your rights because ICE right now they've been in Boston, they've been in New York, they've been in Philly, they've been California. They're starting to ramp up and they're starting to take people into custody, even Americans, even Americans, because they can't differentiate who's who, make it make sense.
Well, the thing is, you
I'm
need to know
clutching my
that
pearls.
when they went into Boston, like Boston, like they said that Massachusetts said they're not going to help them, but I said we don't need your help. We can do it without them. But they weren't. We have rights that we need to try to enforce. But I'm just saying the truth for educational purposes only. You can't. And like in some instances, from what I saw the videotape, they were just grabbing people. They were at a like a hall, like a meeting hall, and like playing pool or whatever. They just grabbed them. They didn't ask, "Is your name blah blah blah?" They were like scooping them all up, like they're all illegal. Find out later if they are. So I feel like they weren't exercising anybody's rights. I was just like, well, how do they know they're all like? If I was sitting in there, like they were coming, they took everybody. So they didn't ask me who I am, or they didn't ask for ID. They just took them. So I'm like, they're not following the guidelines, and I feel like they are the guidelines. So there's nobody policing them. They just took those people. I'm like, if we were sitting in that hall, we would have gone too. When we get to the precinct or wherever they're taking us, maybe they'll figure out who we are, but who knows how long that's going to be. And we're going to be stuck wherever. I'm like, this is crazy right now. You know?
Well, I say the main thing, a Puerto Rican veteran was almost deported. He was taken from a store.
That's what I'm trying to tell you. That's what I'm trying to tell you. They don't care. They're not. We have rights and we need to try to exercise them. But in some cases, try as you may, you're still going. I'm just saying.
Yeah, they're and just like Melly said, they won't ask you or talk to you, but you have to voice your rights anyway.
Yeah.
So regardless of your immigration status, regardless if you are illegal, if you're not illegal, you have rights because you're on United States soil.
That's right.
You must voice your rights, because even if they do grab you up and do or whatever, this is tainted fruit. Okay? It's on film. It's tainted fruit. You voiced your rights and your rights were violated.
Mm-hmm.
Now you have a different case.
Mm-hmm.
Regardless of your immigration status, you have rights. And that is important to know, because we have a lot of people out here and they're like scared. They're like, you know what? I'm not going to go to school. I'm not going to go outside because I don't know what's going on. And you have rights. The first right that you have, everybody knows this right, but maybe when you get panicked, you have to remain calm and take the deep breath. They're scooping people up. You have the right, the Fifth Amendment right, to remain silent. You do not have to say
anything.
You say, I do not wish to speak to you. I do not wish to answer you. I'm not signing anything and I'm not handing you any documents.
Right.
This is your right. And remember, the fruit of the labor of tainted fruit cannot be used against you. So you say, I don't wish to talk to you. I'm not answering your questions. I'm not going to sign anything. And I'm certainly not giving you my documents. You have that right to say that and say them again and again. I do not wish to speak to you. I do not wish to speak to you.
What's going on, even though you don't know it, they're videotaping what's going on, and that videotape is working against them. If you keep saying that, you have to keep saying that, so they don't have a clean part of the video where they can cut that where like you never said anything. You just need to keep saying, I am exercising my right to I'm not speaking. I do not wish to sign anything. No, we already wrote it out for you. You just need to sign here, right here. No. And the thing is, you panic. And then they smile at you and they act like they're on your side. And you think that they are on your side because you want somebody on your side. You're like, oh, this person's being nice. They gave me a cup of coffee. They knew I was cold. No. Do not make friends with these people. They are not your friends. So no, don't sign anything. Don't say anything.
Remember your Fourth Amendment right. You do not give permission to enter your home.
Nope.
You do not give permission to enter your car. You do not give permission to enter your business unless they have a warrant signed by a judge.
Mm-hmm.
Let's say this again. You do not give them permit because they're going to say, oh, I'll just come inside. Or, oh, you know what? Just open your car. Oh, can you open your bag? No. I do not give you permission to enter my home. I do not give you permission to enter my car. I do not give you permission to enter my business unless they have a signed warrant from a judge.
And do not step outside. If you tell them they can't come in, they will not come in if they don't have it. But they'll say, well, can you step outside, please? No. When you step outside, you're done. So the reason they're not grabbing you is because they're not allowed to. So they're going to say, can we come in? You say no. They're going to say, well, can you step outside? No. You
I
don't
didn't
have.
even I didn't even know this. An ICE warrant. I didn't even know an ICE warrant. So they have to have a court warrant signed by a judge. You do not have to step out your home. You do not need to step out of your car. You do not need to open the trunk of your car.
We get
You
nervous, and when
say
authority is like they're like over us, they are
because
not.
they're like, oh, you got something to hide. Why won't you let me in into the whatever? So, because I'm exercising my constitutional rights. And
Right.
so you have a right to, they can't search you. They can't search your belongings. You have this Fourth Amendment right. And you can also say, I want an attorney. I want an attorney. I have a right to an attorney. I want an attorney.
That's
I have a
it.
right to an attorney. Be like, oh, well, you're not a citizen, so you know, I have a right to
Right.
an attorney. You're here on American soil. You have
Mhm.
a right to an attorney.
And you
Okay.
need to exercise that
If
right.
they are not speaking your language, whatever language you speak, you say, I need an interpreter. They
Mhm.
must give you an interpreter to understand what is going on
So
with
you
you.
know what's going on.
So do you are allowed to say, I don't want to not I need an interpreter. Regardless of your immigration status, you have the Fifth Amendment and Fourth Amendment rights. Say, I want to exercise my constitutional rights.
Yes.
Okay. What's
Hopefully we
next?
never end up in there. You can film the interrogation. So so interaction, you can film it, but this is what I don't understand with that. So you have your phone. Don't they're not going to take your phone away?
Or
So
you can have somebody else filming the interaction.
yeah, but if you're, it's okay. I come out of my job. They're coming to get me. What? Like I'm like, how am I filming? So I'm gonna say somebody interaction. Can you film it? Film it. Film this. Like you know what I'm trying to say because
I know I'm gonna be yelling. You know, I can make a scene, but like, help, help. You know, hello.
get your
This
phone
day and
off.
age,
Really?
everybody has a
Right
phone. Be
to,
like,
right to,
help,
but I'm like, how you know? So I'm like, okay,
film me. I do not consent. Help. You know,
yes.
people will be like, oh, this is
Oh,
good.
I
This
will
is
take out
good.
my phone. You don't have to ask me twice, but I'm just saying, because I'm like, that one gets scary for me because I'm like, okay, so
Well,
you
also,
have the
I
right to be
think
filmed.
this doesn't even, you know, we're talking about ICE and the immigration status, but this is just for, you remember that police have opened, he has opened up police, I don't want to say,
You know, when we were targeted, they were profiling. So now we can profile.
yes, the stop and frisk, all of this is back
We
can come back into effect.
Mhm.
So what I'm saying is if you have cameras at your house, you have your Ring camera, you have the
No.
Blink.
Mhm.
So if it's happening at your house, you got the Blink, you got the Ring camera them rolling up, you have your phone camera. In your car, you can buy the camera that sits the dash cam that you can buy. So I'm just saying, put it on record. Make sure, maybe, you know what? Put it on a live.
Ooh.
Be like, I'm here being taken into custody. Here's my live. Yes. What's that girl? You going to what's that? I can't remember her. She's like, you get, you not gonna have a job. That's what I'm saying. So you getting fired. I'm just saying, have your phone out recording. Have a dash cam. Get your friends to
I'm
record.
gonna
Like,
get a dash cam. I really am. I'm like because I'm like this is crazy right now. So I think everybody, if you can, you need to get a camera for your car. So you get stopped, you're prepared. Because I
and
go
stay calm because it's hard. Somebody is coming up. It's hard. So I'm not gonna say it's easy, but you have to make it obvious that you're filming. Don't be like, oh, you're trying to hide it. It's obvious. I am filming you. Yes. And
Mhm.
number two, you can't impede any of the officers in what their job that they're doing. So just I'm standing back. Hey, I'm 5 feet away, whatever, but I'm gonna film this,
And show
you
your
know?
hands. Don't make it easy for them to say we took out our guns because we couldn't see your hands. Show your hands. That's the first thing. Look, here's my hands. So there's no reason. You can see I don't have any weapons. I'm not holding anything. Show your hands, because that's what they say. They're like, well, we couldn't see what she was doing or he was doing, and that's, their lives are at stake. I mean, they are human beings too, and they want to go home to their family. So if they can't see your hands and they're even a little bit nervous that you're going to take something out, you're going down. So hey, here's my hands. I got nothing. Camera is on, however, but there you go. So
Know that ICE officers can enter in any public place. This is an office lobby, a retail store, a restaurant, any of these places on the street, they can enter it. They don't need a warrant to be in public places. However, they need a signed warrant to enter the premise of a business unless they're giving permission. So they can't go into a break room. They can't go into a storage room. They can't go into areas that are not public spaces, that are only for employees. The officers cannot enter unless they're given permission. So keep that in mind about what is public space and what are private spaces. Inside of a classroom is considered a private space. All right. Inside church sanctuary, inside like the, what do you call it? Confessional. That is a private space. So just keep in mind what is public and private spaces and who's allowed where. The next thing up.
Have a family plan. Okay, so we definitely have to have a plan where, important numbers are written down, the lawyer's number, whatever support group you have that you're going to call if somebody gets taken. Because listen, I'm legally in this country, but I immigrated to this country. Okay, so I was not born in this country. So I know there's plenty of people who are not here legally who are actually paying taxes, because everybody thinks, okay, so they're illegal and they're not paying taxes. They're paying taxes and they're working hard. Just because they're illegally here doesn't mean that they're not doing what we're doing. I'm just saying, because I know illegal immigrants who are paying their taxes and they're doing what they're supposed to do, but they don't have a plan. If you get picked up, what's the plan? What should we do? We should already sit down and know, okay, so this is who you're going to call first. You call this number, then this person's going to call this person. What's the plan? So if you have somebody who's illegal in your family, somebody who's one of your friends, whatever, what is the plan? No one's out to get you, but you need a plan in case they come for you or come for anybody in your family. Don't just go like, now we don't know what to do. Let's figure out what we're going to do if they come and get whoever it is.
Yeah, have the numbers written down, have them memorized, especially the kids. Where are you going to regroup with your kids? Where are we going to meet to make sure that we are all safe, we're all here, and what our next steps are? Because that, I think, is the scariest part, is the fact that they want to target schools, hospitals, and churches now, like the barbarian times, because in every war sanctuary, those are supposed to be safe spaces that you cannot invade. So the fact that we're saying, no, there's no safe space that you can hide, we're gonna get you. Like, didn't we just criticize people across seas for going into hospitals?
Yes.
Didn't we just have a whole big thing about, oh my God, what kind of people are them to bomb hospitals? Oh,
and schools. They were saying, oh my God, yeah, but what are we doing? We're targeting.
yeah. What are we doing? And I say this again, what are we doing? We're saying we're making America great again. Are we going back to the American Revolution? Like, help me make sense because we're just we want to snatch up stuff. Is that when America was great when we were colonizing and snatching up stuff? Because I mean, the plan for Greenland, the plan for we're gonna make Canada a part of America. So
I
we're just snatching up stuff again. We're at that point in time.
Yes, I think, and what's hard for me is that we are not being fair. So if we're going to take the illegal immigrants out, okay, if that's the plan, well, we got to take all of them out. We're not going to segregate if you're a person of color and a person and not a color. But I don't see any of these people going back to Germany, Russia, Switzerland, France, Poland. I don't see those people getting picked up. Are you trying to tell me there's no illegal immigrants here from those countries? Because I know you're a liar if you're telling me that nonsense. But I'm like, where is the fairness? Like, where is it? Like, what are we doing?
Well, there's no more DEI, so we can't get,
I know, so that's it. So I'm like, so we're living in a country that's just like deciding that we're not seeing color. And I get that, because so you're not seeing color. Why aren't you taking the people who have the absence of color? Why aren't you taking them? Just saying. Why are we not taking these people?
Because I don't see color.
Yeah, apparently, yeah.
Which is so racist in itself.
Of course it is. I see me.
You don't see me. You don't see color, so you don't see me.
Yes, and so you're taking away what? My being, my culture, you're pretending that I'm what? That I'm the same as you? I'm not, and I don't want to be. Hey,
we're all washed clean in America. You have no past identity, just future identity.
Mm-hmm.
It's so weird because we have not been a melting pot for I don't know how many years. Iris, what's the last time we used that? I'm a melting pot. We said that we're a tossed salad, and now we're back to a melting pot. Is anybody seeing the progress? Just being, let me take an eraser. You're not black, you're colorless.
Yeah.
Let me use your shampoo. Can I use that shampoo? No, I cannot use your shampoo. Can I use your Band-Aids? No, I cannot use your Band-Aids. It's gonna be tan. Can I wear your nude stockings? No, I cannot wear your nude stockings.
Can I wear your makeup? No, I cannot wear your makeup. So we should only wait. I say let's just have one makeup, but it's since there's no color, let's have it our color. This is everybody just wear brown makeup. There you go. It's for everybody. This is the makeup for everybody. We're all wearing it. Let's all.
2002 was the last time melting pot was used.
And it's back, baby. We are not tossed salad anymore. You have no identity. Except if you're maybe Caucasian, because that's, I guess, the
we have to assume your identity. I'm just, it just filth, Lauren, filth. I'm just mad because we're going back to a time where people are gonna be hiding, people are gonna be terrified, and families are being ripped apart.
Yes.
Because when the person said, are you going to be tearing kids from their families? We're like, no, the adults can go with their kids. We're not going to separate them.
Mm-hmm, because that's how they're doing it. If they take the kids, no mother's going to say, well, go ahead, take Johnny. I don't know where you're taking him to another country and he's going to be by himself. No mother's going to say that. So that's how you're going to get everybody.
I'm just, it has me so vexed. And so I know your constitutional rights, citizen or not. I'm serious because just like they scooped up the Puerto Rican veteran, he's a veteran. He has fought for this country, and they're trying to deport him to Guatemala.
Yep. Oh, yeah.
He's Puerto Rican, not Guatemalan.
Yep. I'm just, it's, yeah.
This has got me so everybody, citizen or not citizen, know your rights when they try to come at you. And this is the important part, being smart and calm. Don't get all, because I got to remember that for myself.
That's me too.
I
I have
have to remember that for myself.
USA. Yes, but also know your rights, and as a citizen, or if you're not a citizen, if you're illegal, if you get picked up by the police and they take you to the precinct, you need to say that you want to use the phone and you want a lawyer, and you're
They're
not
not taking you to the precinct.
No, but I'm
So
saying
let-
no, but I'm saying no, I'm saying for us, if you whoever you are right
Mm.
now, if you're going to the precinct, since we're talking about this for the immigrants, I'm just saying for if you're not, they're not your friend. They're not going to give you a Pepsi and a smile and you're going to tell them something, even if you know you're innocent. This is the problem. You know you're innocent, so you don't feel like you shouldn't talk. Well, I know I didn't do anything. They're going to let me go. No, they're not on your side. Don't say anything. You need a lawyer. You need your phone. You need to stay quiet because they're already trying to fool you no matter what. In any case, do not speak to these people. There's nobody there who's your friend. You don't know them. A cup of coffee, a soda does not make that person your friend smiling in your face. No. Because
I also I wanted to say one other thing about ICE and the separation of what I was talking about. It's a federal agency. If something happens to you, you could still go to the police. You could still go to the police. ICE and police are not in
Not the same.
cahoots right now. For educational purposes only. For educational purposes only.
This is a scary world. We're starting 2025. It's scary for me. I mean, for some
Keep
people, I
your
know.
head on a swivel, people.
Yeah. I'm like, what are we
So
doing?
let's
But
run it down. Let's run it down.
okay.
So, what is ICE? It's a federal law enforcement agency. Regardless of your immigration status, you have rights. Your Fourth and Fifth Amendment rights stay intact. Fifth Amendment, you have the right to remain silent. Fourth Amendment, you have a right from search and seizure.
Say no.
You cannot search my house, my car, my nothing, unless you have a signed warrant from a judge. I need to see the signed and dated warrant from the judge.
And it's an ICE warrant, they said now? There's an ICE
Not an ICE warrant.
not an ICE warrant.
Not
an ICE warrant. Okay.
not. You
That's
want a
good.
signed judiciary warrant from the judge.
And you can film the interactions. So like you can take out your phone and film it. You can call out, please film this, somebody, whatever. We can film it. We have that right. So, and if you have a film, then they take away your phone, they're going to see that also. It's going to be, and
Number 4, officers can enter any public space, so outside, in the retail store, in a shopping mall. They can go in those spaces. They cannot go and enter into your home, private employee break rooms, inside of a classroom. Those are private spaces and not a bathroom. I'm just saying.
Right. But when you come out, they'll be there. So like you have to probably be in a space that you can stay in for a while.
And we back to Anne Frank times.
Yeah. We'll be hiding in the attic.
Is this Anne Frank?
Yep.
Like,
and we know how
okay.
that turned out. Mm-hmm. Have a family plan, and I think that I can't stress that enough. That is important. I think that we all think that it's not going to happen, and I'm not really worried because we've been here so long. Yeah, no, it is happening right now, and no one is safe. I'm like, I don't even know. Like, people who are not naturalized like me. I don't even know if we're safe. I don't even know what we're doing in this country. But I got my passport. I'm ready to go. If you don't have to tell me twice, I'm out. This is crazy what's going on, and I love this
Ma'am,
country, but this
you're
is
not
too much.
leaving me. Oh no, you're gonna come up with a missing passport. I'm so sorry. Be like, I thought I had my passport. You're not leaving me.
Well, they might report my rear end. So, like, okay.
Guatemala.
Yeah, I'm like, that's why I'm taking my passport. I'm like, listen, I'm going back to England. I'm not going to some place. I don't speak any other language. I'm just going to England.
Well, is there anything that has you saying tonight that's like, wow, I didn't
Well,
know
yeah, you know
this
what?
was
I
what
didn't realize the church thing because I always thought of the church as a sanctuary. So as soon as you walk into the church, I thought that you are in a safe space. I didn't realize you needed to be like in maybe the restrooms of the church or the confessional or like I thought I didn't know. So I just
no,
learned that.
it was.
Oh,
But
okay.
now they're trying to reverse it. But they
Oh,
can't go into the private spaces.
okay, so see, that's what I just learned tonight. I did not know this at all. So I'm like, I learned that. I was like, okay, I was like, oh, wait a minute. So I'm like, okay, so come in here. So now I know. So how about you? What made you did you get anything? Well, I mean, we got a lot of information, but
We have a lot of information. I'm just sad.
yeah,
I'm sad that this is what people believe that makes America great. I'm sad because people are thinking about their financial gains instead of people being ripped apart from their families, people being ripped apart. Like, you no longer have a gender. You look at companies, and right now, even with DEI programs, right now, even with DEI programs, the majority of all of these companies being run, all of the C suites are white men, some little bit of white women, and a sprinkle of pepper. It
yep.
is
Oh,
so maybe taking it away, we're gonna have something and become a phoenix is the only thing that I can think about and reinvent this because there's over like 200 executive orders, which is scary in itself. Executive orders means you didn't get permission from Congress,
nope.
you didn't get permission from the SC. You're just taking it upon your little self to be like, and this is the rule. And
Yeah.
everybody knows it.
And
This is scary that you think that you don't need permission.
Yeah, so a judge just stopped it. He was trying to say if you were born here, but your parents weren't born here, you're not a citizen. And judge put the kibosh on that. But you know, what else is next? So you're born in this. So what country would you be from? If this is where you were born, and we say you are not a citizen, even if you were born here. So what are you? Who are you a citizen of? No
But
country's going to take you. You weren't born there. So you're
but
nothing.
honestly, America is one of the few countries that do national citizenship. The rest of like England and like France and those places, you you're just because you're born there doesn't mean that you're a citizen there.
Well, no, they did that for England and it didn't work. The people didn't like it, so now they don't. They rescinded
Oh,
it.
they turned it. They
Yeah,
said,
because they're
okay.
like the people are like you can't do it. So now it's not anymore. So that's what they're saying is going to happen here. Like if my cousins are saying it's going to be the same thing. No one's going to allow it because they, you know what I mean? Because they were having so many Indians and they were saying that those Indians were just coming there to be born and they're not British citizens and it didn't. They overturned it. So they're saying that's what's
Mm.
going to happen in your country. I'm like, okay, maybe.
So I'm gonna thank everybody who's chimed in tonight because
Appreciate you.
That is our connection crew. That is our connection crew. That's what I'm
Yes.
calling you, our connection crew. Because without you, there definitely is no us.
You guys keep
So
us alive. We
I
appreciate
want to
you.
thank the Evening Rush Network and our
Yeah.
producers. I'm hoping everybody feels better real soon
Yeah.
because this is not me.
I want to thank Cash for producing this show. She did a great job. Oh, we need
Put a
the
one in the comments if it was a good show.
yes. You put it in the comments. We thought Cash did a great job. I am
Oh
like,
my God.
Cash.
Make sure you tap that screen to give us a thumbs up. Make sure follow us on YouTube, follow us on Facebook, follow us on TikTok. Make sure you share just one person. If you just share it with one person, that's more per people who we touched in one episode.
Right.
All right. So I want to thank everybody in our chat. I want to thank everybody for tuning in. And what's our show next week, V?
Well, we have two choices, but the first choice for me right now is vacation spot. So like because now is when you're going to plan your vacation, and I'm going to look where we can spend the least amount of money and still have the most amount of fun. So if we plan it now, maybe we can go somewhere in July or August. I'm just saying.
All right. So next, we're going to figure out how to get that vacation on.
On
Oh,
a budget, baby.
I'm
Budget. So that's what we're
on
going
that budget. Yeah, because my
to
budget going to be tight.
like woohoo. Yes.
So this is Thursday night relationship ish, where we talk about the cornerstone of every relationship, connection. Thank you, connection crew, for joining us. We're your hosts, and I'm Cash.
And I'm Dee, and this is relationship ish.
See you next week.
Bye.